Hello anyone and everyone. Today I have a different kind of format for the replays, or for the duels. Instead of doing them as I'm recording, I did them beforehand and will be going over them in replay. So the first game is against Numeron, which I felt like was pretty sick. I thought I played it pretty well. It's actually public on my thing. Anyways, so I have 3 wins and a loss. The one loss is, oh my god, I misplayed so bad. Did not feel good to misplay that. So I opened pretty okay. He shotguns Numeron wall for some reason here, so I'm like, okay, well that's one Numeron. Now I know what I'm up against, I know what I need to make. That's one like Numeron thing here. So I'm gonna actually go Chainlink 1 Buffalo, Chainlink 2 Banelink, Chainlink 3 Circle, because I felt that he doesn't have any more hand traps. I thought he had Maxi to start with, so I was feeling pretty sad. But no, it was just a Numeron wall. So this is just a crazy hand, like a crazy good hand. Especially with those 2 draws. But that's what we play, that's why we play Flame Buffalo and Desires. So I sent a Foxy instead of a Trap because I was actually thinking that I want to go for something else. And I actually could have made a way better board here, but this is just what I played in the moment. I think I could have ended with a Bagooska as well, and that would have avoided the whole situation of potentially being OTK'd instead of just popping the field spell with the Foxy. But that's in hindsight. Relink summon the boy here, pitch the Gazelle, special the Foxy, pop, add the Gazelle, and then I believe I add back the Circle. Yep. It's like we're just set for business here. So again, I could have made Bagooska here. I could have made a way better board. So I just shotgunned the Imperm here because I know he already has 1 Neuron Network in play, so I was thinking maybe he just doesn't have it. He uses it anyways just to get it off the board for his Neuron Network that he just has in hand. And then I'll just use Maxi for an upstart here. I'll trigger the effect to get Falco back. And he's going to go right to battle phase. So this is where he misplayed. This was a correct attack here. But then he should have attacked again into the Foxy. But instead he went into the Slime Wolf, so I let that die. He doubles everything at 4k, and I'm like, okay, I can just protect here, not take 8k. So he actually missed lethal, but I also missed just winning the game instantly by making Bagooska. This is funny to look at. 16k on all of them. Anyways, he just makes an Appaloosa here. End phase, Circle to add. So I'll start off with Foxy, pitch the Jag. He's going to negate that. That's fine. I'm just here to just try and bait through all these interruptions so I can just go for an Access Code OTK. Again, no problem. And like these games could totally be played better. I'm not the best player, I'm not making the optimal plays here. But I've seen a lot of people in the Master Duel Discord actually say that Heatleo is not very good. I believe this is a very good example as to why Heatleo is good. Also, I don't know why he didn't just negate the Parallax Lead here. He negated everything else for some reason. And now he negates this, so he just basically just gave me a free body on board instead of just negating the Parallax Lead in hand. Not that it actually mattered in this situation, but going to Spinny, just try and bait that last negate, but he says no. I'll use Will. Will revive the Sunlight Wolf, and then make Heatleo. So I know, since I have Maxi in my graveyard, I can change this I can force this Appaloosa's last negate, or change it to 500 attack, whatever works. I'll use Jack anyways, just in case, because if he uses the negate, I just win anyways. But this is basically GG, because I can just force the negate here off of the Heatleo. So, yeah, pretty easy force negate there. And then we're just going to scoop these 2 into Update Jammer, make the access code, and get game. And we still had gas for days. Like if I need to play for value, I could have summoned the Gazelle from hand and whatnot and so forth, but it's way better to just win the game instead of play for value. Replay number 2 is against Shaddoll Dogmatica Invoked. And this one is a bit less, like, I didn't need to think as much, but I just thought it was a fun game. So I do just open the stones here, and okay, there's a big think here, because I open Sign Up Mining Jag, which is the full combo, but if I use Sign Up Mining and discard Jaguar here for the Salamangreat combo, I will lose to Ash Blossom, and this is a big deal. So I needed to actually think about whether I want to show my hand by pitching Rage, so I can get it back later, or play into just losing to Ash Blossom by using Sign of Mining pitching Jack Jack, because my hand has no more plays and only has one interruption if I get hit with Ash Blossom here. So ultimately, I do decide to pitch the Salamangreat Rage, and it's not a punish, which is nice. So I'm like, sweet, now I can just full combo off, make the Rage, make the Imperm, make a Bagooska, and just have a good time here. Add the Field Spell, chain the Parallel Exceed. And this card's so good, you have to be playing in Salamangreat. It's crazy good. Make a Phalanx, and then we're going to link 2 into the Sunlight Wolf. Sanctuary, into another Sunlight Wolf. And the reason I linked off the Parallel Exceed here into the Sunlight Wolf is because now I can actually make a good board. And we'll add back just the extra Phalanx just to have more materials in extra deck. And we make the Bagooska, which is just a very powerful card. Meltdown into Alistair. I'm like, okay, I don't really need to do anything yet. And this is why you should really hold on to your interruptions, because this man is just going to set 3, make Artemis, and pass. And even if he had Invocation in his hand, it still wouldn't have done anything here. I'm just going to pop the 2 back row that aren't in the Imperm column. And of course I drew Desires, because good card. I'll pitch the Jack Jack so I can make proper plays, but then I will use Desires and my opponent will just concede. Even though I didn't technically have lethal in hand, I probably could have gotten it. We have duel number 3 against Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is really just a rough matchup for Salamangreat, but this one is just more of a funny duel because I don't think my opponent understood what Bagooska did. He's like, why is all my cards being negated? And he did actually have an out for Bagooska, and he could have actually tried to win the game, but he didn't really go for that. And I did make my fair share of misplays here. Also, he's got the nice pretty board. Oh, and a Dark Magician as well. I didn't even notice. I don't even look at people's cosmetics, honestly. I just ripped a car. So similar hand to the Jack Jack plus Parallel Exceed one. We'll link one into Phalanx. People always ash this if there's an ash target. Yeah, like every time. And then we'll chain the Parallel Exceed. What's funny is that a lot of games you don't even need your field spell to pop off, so I feel like going first, just using the ash on the Phalanx just isn't right if the Salamangreat player is going first. But there's not a lot of ash targets to begin with. But yeah, my hand isn't super great. I was thinking about going into Sunlight Wolf, but there was really just no point. And then I just set one with the pop and a Bagooska, so it's not the greatest hand. Maxi, pretty good to have here. Yeah, he will, and I actually thought I made a misplay here, because if I pop this, I thought it would maybe resolve Engrave, but no. The reason I popped that is just because I didn't want him to make Chimera Tech, but honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, popping it there was just wrong, because even if he made the Chimera Tech, actually no, it was correct, because I had nothing else to really use the pop on if he made the Chimera Tech, so then I would just be chilling there. Machine dupe, and I'm here like, okay, so he's gonna make Seeger, out the Bagooska, and then in main 2 make like an Infinity. Which I was thinking that's actually relatively hard, and then now that I'm here I was like, maybe he can make like Nightmare Unicorn, but no, he's just gonna go straight into Nova. Uses effect, tribute off. It's like, are we reading Bagooska here? Are we tilted? Like, what's going on here? Yep. Reading Bagooska. Again, he had outs to this. It's not like he had outs to my board, and it's just something that honestly, if he'd play better about that, then it just would have went better. I don't know. He could have made Seeger, could have made Nightmare Unicorn, could have made all these different things. I don't know if he was playing them or not, we could check that, but man. The last duel is against Ignisters, and I feel very confident in the Ignisters matchup, but I don't know. It was 5 AM, just a strange time. I did open complete garbage. Like, you do not ever want to see double Ash Blossom. Falco alone is just not a good Salamangreat to have. All around, not a good time. So I'll just Phalanx, set 2 pass. He'll I meet you. I'll Ash that, which I think is actually wrong at this point, but I don't know. It's definitely hard to because there is the one hit on the Dark Templar, but it is what it is, and I just want to stop him from getting other Ignisters in hand. So it's like, you know what? So let's just have like this. And I know this is an Imperm because he said it in the column. So I'll normal Ash Blossom, go into Sunlight Wolf, and just try to battle phase. But then he has the Dunmari in hand, which is a 1-of, I believe, and he actually ghost spells the attempt to add back Ash. Which I was like, whatever, that's his misplay that he had to use that ghost spell anyway. So he didn't even play very well, it's just I made critical mistakes when playing this. So I needed to hold on to my Imperm here, and I feel like maybe I should have Impermed this Dark Infant, but maybe not. And there's the yellow. And so this is where I mess up. I did not Raid Wicked. I knew it adds a Cyberus Tuner, but Cyberus monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. This Link 7 card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And just, oh man, that just, it really did just cost me the game. So be sure to read your cards obsessively, boys, obsessively, even if you think you know what it does. Because I knew what it did, just not this part, just not this part. And it's like, just don't make the mistake. So I know that I'm pretty much, I pretty much lose here, just because I know he can make access code like no problem, if he wanted to. I'm saving the Imperm for Dark Templar Adagnister. Normal that. Foolish, just a random attribute for his Dark Templar. But like I do not main Kaijus. I can't actually out. Honestly, I should not have surrendered, but he had a 4K. Yeah, he had a 4K Arrival Cyberus, which I could have outed. Realistically, I shouldn't have surrendered, but it is what it is. I know this isn't an Imperm, but I'm basically just hoping it isn't. And yeah, I'll just scoop it up. A little bit of a tilt here because I misplayed. Anyways, thanks for watching.